Thank you, gentlemen, and we move on to the Graphics Hobby Stocks here tonight on the pole position. Out of Rock Rapids, Iowa, driving the Star 83 car, it's Devin Van Veldhuizen. Outside of row number 1, last week's feature winner out of Laverne, the 22E, it is Eric Gall. Inside of row number 2, out of Sioux Falls, he drives the 8 car, that's Levi Vanderweide. And to his outside, out of Madison, the 20 car of Travis Christensen. Inside row number 3 out of Sioux Falls, the 61 and Nick Brady. Outside of him, it's Caden Wessels and Spencer Sproke in the 78S as we get things started here in heat race number 1.
First of 3 heat races for the USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Sebas Graphics, Sanborn, Iowa. Eric Gall off to the early race lead. 22E machine, Eric Gall, your race leader. Levi Vanderweide in that second spot, working on the bottom side in that white and blue number 8 machine. Brady running in the 3rd position. Devin Van Veldhuizen in 4th. Eric Gall continues to lead in that yellow and white 22E machine. Heat race number 1 of 3 for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebas Graphics, Sanborn, Iowa. Here tonight at the Rapid Speedway, night number 3 of the race season. Eric Gall, your race leader. Levi Vanderweide is coming along the bottom side. That number 8 machine gaining into that lead for Eric Gall. Gall continues to hold the lead. Vanderweide will bomb down bottom side. Turns third at 4. Levi Vanderweide looking for the race lead, and Vanderweide is there. Levi Vanderweide and Eric Gall flip-flop. Gall looking to cross back over in that 22E machine. Great battle for the race lead as Caden Wessels moves into that 3rd spot to the outside of Nick Brady, sending Brady back into 4th position. Devin Van Veldhuizen rounding out your top 5. 2 to go. Levi Vanderweide, your race leader. Levi Vanderweide with the race lead. Eric Gall in 2nd spot. Caden Wessels, Nick Brady, and Devin Van Veldhuizen still holding on to that 5th position. He race number 1 of 3 for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebas Graphics. Levi Vanderweide, your race leader at the white flag. Vanderweide and Gall 1 and 2. Wessels, Brady, and Van Veldhuizen, your top 5 on the field as Eric Gall goes around bottom side, turn 2, running in that 2nd position. He'll get it back around and going, but fade to the back of the pack. Checkers coming out this time around. Levi Vanderweide, your heat race winner.
Levi Vanderweide, your heat race winner. Caden Wessels in 2nd. Nick Brady comes home in 3rd ahead of Devin Van Veldhuizen. And Spencer Sproke rounds out your top 5. Inside row number 3 out of Rowena. He drives the 18K. It's Landon Crone. And to his outside out of Brandon, South Dakota, the 10 of Blake Schneeklaw. Inside of row number 4 out of Rock Rapids, he drives the 19C. That is Cameron Jurens. 6 laps the distance here. Sebas Graphics Hobby Stock heat race number 2.
Second of 3 heat races for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebas Graphics of Sanborn, Iowa, under green flag racing conditions here in heat race number 2. Tracy Aluska on the bottom side, Todd Ewell on the top side, the 11T and the 86 side by side for the race lead. Todd Ewell will move out front in that 11T. Aluska battling back on the bottom side in the 86. Brandon Jurens wants to play as well. Jurens in that red and white 19 machine running in that 3rd position with Dustin Gulbranson, your top 4. Heat race number 2 of 3 for the USRA Hobby Stocks, brought to you by Sebas Graphics of Sanborn. Todd Ewell, your race leader. In the 11T machine, Tracy Aluska, Dustin Gulbranson down low, Brandon Jurens right on the back, the 11T of Ewell, and Ewell continues to lead. Todd Ewell with the race lead in the 11T, Tracy Aluska, Brandon Jurens, Dustin Gulbranson, your top 4 in the field, and you've got Landon Crone rounding out your top 5. Heat race number 2 of 3 for the USRA Hobby Stocks, brought to you by Sebas Graphics. The 11T of Todd Ewell, Brandon Jurens making a move to 2nd spot. Jurens moves into that 2nd position in the red and white 19 machine. On the high line, off the exit of 2, down the backstretch, Dustin Gulbranson gaining. He'll set it on the back of the 19 of Jurens. Haluska stays on the bottom. Ewell, your race leader, 2 to go. Heat race number 2. We got one off the track. Top side of turn 4 at the back of the pack. Looks like he's back on the racing surface. And is Schneekloth in the 10 machine. Todd Ewell, your race leader, as we come to the white flag this time by. Gulbranson will put the heat on Jurens for that second spot. White flag is in the air. Ewell, Jurens, Gulbranson, and Haluska, your top 4 in the field. Heat race number 2 of 3, your USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebas Graphics of Sanborn, Iowa. Coming off of turn number 4, your heat race winner, the 11T of Todd Ewell. Todd Ewell with the heat race win. Brandon Jurens coming home in second. Dustin Gulbranson third. Tracy Haluska and Landon Crone round out your top 5. Chad Koiker joined up front on row 1 by Dylan Vandentop. Third and final heat race for the USRA Hobby Stocks. We're back under green this time. Here it comes. Green is in the air. Sebas Graphics of Sanborn, Iowa, bringing you the USRA Hobby Stocks. Dylan Vandentop giving Chad Koiker a punch off the exit of 2 down the back stretch. Coming down to the inside, Bryant Clausen in the 14K. Clausen looking for the race lead, and Clausen is there. Bryant Clausen in the 14K to the race lead. Chad Koiker, Dylan Vandentop, your top 3. Marnie DeBoer and Cody Van Hill rounding out the field. Third and final heat race, Sebas Graphics of Sanborn bringing you the heat race in action. All the race in action for the USRA Hobby Stocks. Bryant Clausen, your race leader. Bryant Clausen with the race lead. Chad Koiker in second spot. Dylan Vandentop looking underneath Chad Koiker for that second position. They're neck and neck, side by side for second spot in the running order. Koiker gets the advantage in the green and white 88. Vandentop going to battle back on the bottom side for second spot. Bryant Clausen continues with the race lead. Bryant Clausen, your race leader. Dylan Vandentop, Chad Koiker, they're side by side for second position. Marnie DeBoer running alone in fourth, and at the back of the pack, you've got Cody Van Hill. Third and final heat race for the USRA Hobbies. 2 to go. Bryant Clausen, your race leader. Bryant Clausen with the race lead. Great battle for that second spot. Vandentop and Koiker still going side by side for second position in the running order. Bryant Clausen, your race leader in the 14K. A little slip up on the entry to turn number 4 there as the white flag comes out. Clausen, Vandentop, and Koiker, 1, 2, and 3. DeBoer and Van Hill round out your field. One final time around the Rapid Speedway for this third and final heat race for the USRA Hobby Stocks. Heat race number 3 to the 14K of Bryant Clausen. Bryant Clausen taking home the third and final heat race for the Hobby Stocks. Dylan Vandentop, Chad Koiker, Marnie DeBoer, Cody Van Hill round out your top 5. Third and final heat race for the USRA Hobbies.
Sebas Graphics Hobby Stocks making their way onto the raceway now for their A feature, starting on the pole position in the front row. He drives the number 88 car. It's Chad Koiker. Outside of row number 1, driving the 11T, it's Todd Ewell. Row number 2 to the inside, it's the 61N, it's Nick Brady. And outside of him, the 69 of Caden Wessels. Inside row number 3, the 81 VT of Dylan Vandentop. And outside of him, the 19 of Brandon Jurens. Inside row number 4, he drives the 8 car, it's Levi Vanderweide. And outside of him, the 6 of Dustin Gulbranson. Row number 5, it's the 14K of Bryant Clausen, and outside him the 83 car of Devin Van Veldhuizen. Row number 6, inside the 86 of Tracy Haluska, and outside the 50M of Marty DeBoer. Inside row number 7, the 18K, it's Landon Crone, outside of him the 20 of Travis Christensen. Blake Sneakloff in the 10 and the 81 of Travis Vanentop in row 8. Eric Gall and Spencer Sproke in row 9. Cody Van Hill, Cameron Jones in your final row 10.
USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Sebasma Graphics, your A feature under green here tonight. Chad Koiker up front on the pole, your early race leader. Todd Ewell moving into that second spot. Nick Brady battling back on the bottom side. Brady and Ewell side by side for second. Dylan Vanentop, Caden Wessels in the mix as well. Levi Vanderwhite looking to get down low as well. Chad Koiker, your race leader on that point. Koiker with the race lead. Nick Brady on the bottom side. Todd Ewell, Dylan Vanentop, and Levi Vanderwhite, your top 5 in the running order. Just over a lap in your USRA Hobby Stock A feature tonight at the Rapid Speedway. Chad Koiker, your race leader. Chad Koiker with the race lead, that green and white 88 machine. Nick Brady running in second spot. Todd Ewell getting side by side with Brady for that second position. Levi Vanderwhite, Dylan Vanentop, they're side by side for fourth spot in the running order currently. Brandon Juritz, Dustin Gulbranson, and Caden Wessels all battling it out. Chad Koiker continues to have them covered in the 88 early in this Hobby Stock A feature. Sebasma Graphics, Sanborn, Iowa, bringing you the USRA Hobby Stocks here at the Rapid Speedway. Chad Koiker, your race leader. Koiker, Ewell, Brady and Vanderwhite side by side for third spot. Levi Vanderwhite working down low with the number 8. And Vanderwhite gets into that third spot. Cameron Jurens in the 19C. He'll keep it down on the low side of the track. Koiker is by. Ewell is by. Rest of the field will get by. Koiker, Ewell, and Vanderwhite running 1 and 2. 3. Nick Brady running in that fourth spot. Side by side for fifth. Here comes Dustin Gulbranson. Gulbranson from the fifth spot looking to work on Brady for fourth position in the running order. Your top 5 action packed here tonight. USRA Hobby Stock A feature. Chad Koiker, your race leader. Chad Koiker followed by Todd Ewell. Levi Vanderwhite, Dustin Gulbranson. They're 3 wide down the back stretch for fifth spot as we got one around. Cody Van Hill around on the entry to turn number 4, bringing our first caution out for the USRA Hobby Stock A feature.
6 laps down, 11 laps remain. Sebasma Graphics Hobby Stocks.
Chad Koiker will lead them back to the green flag, that green and white 88 machine. Todd Ewell going down low. Levi Vanderwhite up top. Dustin Gulbranson down low. As we get set to go back, green flag racing. Nick Brady outside of Gulbranson, your top 5. Green is back in the air. Levi Vanderwhite taking a peek down low, and we're going to call him back.
Caution flag over the raceway. Cars all over the place on that start. We'll see which racer is given credit for jumping the start there.
USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Sebasma Graphics, Sanborn, Iowa, going back to green. Chad Koiker, your race leader. In the number 88 machine as the green flag comes back out for this Hobby Stock A feature. Chad Koiker with the race lead, and he's got company. Levi Vanderweyde right on the back bumper. Todd Ewell wants to play as well in the 11T. Here comes Levi Vanderweyde. Looking at the inside of Chad Koiker, it's crazy eights. You got the 88 and the 8. Koiker still with the race lead. Levi Vanderweyde keeping that number 8 pinned to the bottom. Chad Koiker right through the middle in the 88, still holding on to the race lead. Koiker and Vanderweyde 1 and 2. Dustin Gulbranson into that third spot. Todd Ewell. And your top 5, we're going to give it to Nick Brady at the time, but it's anybody's race right now. Levi Vanderweyde into the inside of Chad Koiker. At halfway, your Hobby Stock A feature here tonight in the Rapid Speedway. Levi Vanderweyde taking over the race lead in the number 8 machine. Koiker into second spot. Dustin Gulbranson in third position. So we got Cody Van Hill around again in turn number 4.
MBN Pallets out of Sibley, Iowa.
Well, if it's pallet related, Brett's got you covered. Chad Koiker, your race leader in the number 88 machine. Levi Vanderweyde in that second spot. Dustin Gulbranson, Todd Ewell, Nick Brady, your top 5 in the running order presently. USRA Hobby Stock A feature back under green tonight at the Rapid Speedway. Levi Vanderweyde down on the low side. Koiker staying through the middle. Second time around, pretty much the same. Koiker with the race lead. Vanderweyde and Gulbranson, your top 3. Top 3 look to separate themselves from the rest of the pack. Vanderweyde with a good run, bottom of turn 4 right here. Levi Vanderweyde to the race lead. Levi Vanderweyde in the number 8, your new race leader. Vanderweyde followed by Koiker and Gulbranson. Gulbranson going to get to the inside of Chad Koiker for that second spot. Dustin Gulbranson to second. Chad Koiker back to third. Vanderweyde and Gulbranson running 1 and 2. USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Sebas Graphics, Sanborn, Iowa. Vanderweyde, Gulbranson, Koiker, Ewell, and now Eric Gall into the top 5. Yellow and white 22E making his way into that 5th position. We got a couple going off the track. Top side of turn number 3, and the caution will come out again. Levi Vanderweyde, Dustin Gulbranson, Chad Koiker, Todd Ewell, Eric Gall, your top 5. As we come back, green flag racing, USRA Hobby Stock A feature. Vanderweyde and Gulbranson 1 and 2. Chad Koiker in that third spot. Eric Gall making a charge in that 22E. Gall taking the 4th spot away from Todd Ewell. He's working on Koiker for that 3rd position in the running order. Vanderweyde and Gulbranson starting to heat up. Levi Vanderweyde down low. Dustin Gulbranson will follow in the 6th. They're running 1 and 2. Chad Koiker at 3rd. We got contact bottom side of turn number 2. The caution going to come out.
Well, as the carnage clears, all cars get back going, but the caution flag does fly. "11 laps down, 4 laps remain." Sebas Graphics Hobby Stock A feature. Levi Vanderweyde will bring him back to the line.
Vanderweyde, Gulbranson, Koiker, Gall, and Ewell, your top 5. Green flag is back out. Levi Vanderweyde, Dustin Gulbranson running 1 and 2. Eric Gall looking to charge into that 3rd spot around Chad Koiker. Eric Gall, what a run the 22E has going tonight, and he will move into that third position. Eric Gall moving up to third. Vanderwaty still your race leader. Levi Vanderwaty, Dustin Gall-Branson running 1 and 2. Eric Gall in that third spot. Chad Koiker and Todd Ewell here at top 5. Here comes Tracy Aluska. Tracy Aluska from the 6th spot looking to get into the top 5, as is Bryant Clausen. Drivers get the word. 2 to go, this time by Vanderwaty and Gall-Branson. One on the top side of turn number 4. And the caution is going to come out. Caution will come out again. And one up on the top side at turn number 4, bringing the caution out. Looks like Schneekloth going off the track there. Green-white checkered finish coming up. USRA Hobby Stock A feature. Hobbies presented by Sebasma Graphics, Sanborn, Iowa. Levi Vanderwaty, Dustin Gall-Branson, Eric Gall, Chad Koiker, Todd Ewell. Your top 5. Green-white checkered finish. Green is in the air. Levi Vanderwaty with the race lead. Dustin Gall-Branson, Eric Gall looking to make a charge in that 22E machine. White flag going to come out this time around. Vanderwaty, your race leader at the white flag. Gall-Branson working up top side right in front of Gall. Gall-Branson and Gall going to work on the top side. Levi Vanderwaty, your race leader in the number 8. Going to come down to turns 3 and 4 here tonight. USRA Hobby Stock A feature. Dustin Gall-Branson looking down low. They're side by side. Who's it going to be at the flag? It's going to be Levi Vanderwaty. Happy birthday, Mackenzie Vanderwaty. Turning 23 tomorrow, Levi Vanderwaty, your A feature winner. What a finish we had there. That was worth the wait. Levi Vanderwaty, Dustin Gall-Branson, 1 and 2. Eric Gall, what a run. 17th to 3rd tonight. Chad Koiker in 4th, and Tracy Haluska coming home in that 5th spot. Here he is climbing out of the car, Levi Vanderwaty, your A feature winner. Might be able to hear him yell through the helmet, but it'd be work better if you take that helmet off. And he's got it off. Let's throw it down to Pizza Ranch Victory Lane. Joel Viss, words with tonight's winner.
All right, Jay Kelly down here in Pizza Ranch Victory Lane. There's all sorts of excitement. You know what you do have going on right now? You got some fans watching you in Oklahoma, and they're jumping all around that shop right now. I can't imagine. They even put some bonus money on you tonight. So you got some bonus money. Let's talk about last week. Last week was a night. If it could go wrong, it did last week. Awful, awful night. We throw it away. We come back this week, and you almost screwed up there in the.
I screwed up both corners that last lap. Bad.
Nonetheless, you did just enough.
Hats off to Dustin. That was awesome. I would do the same thing. I pushed so bad going into 3, and I know it's Dustin. He's right there. And oh, I mean. He raced me the way I love to be raced. If I'm slower than you, or if I screw up, put your nose in there and push me out of the way. I mean, it was awesome. Me and Dustin, I feel like, are going to have heck of battles this year. We've already had 2 of them that were a nose cone, one at I-90. It's awesome. And the last time I stood here in Victory Lane was June 25th, and it was the last race that Kyle was at. And Kyle passed away in November, and very unexpectedly, and they're just always thinking about him. And Yeah, I told Mackenzie if I ever get back here, it's going to be a little emotional because after the race, probably one of the last times I talked to Kyle because I live in Oklahoma, and he looked me dead in the eyes in the pits and gave me the most authentic "I'm proud of you" I've ever got in my life, and I'll never forget that. It's ingrained in my memory, and I can't wait to see him one day.
Well, buddy, it's a special one. You worked hard for it, and you earned this one tonight.
Thank you so much, Joel. This track was awesome. I wish we could race second to last every time. Thank you.
Levi Vanderwijk, your feature winner.